nail friends, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in with me today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do giraffe print nails. I previously did cow print nails, so I'm kind of on an animal print kick, but stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be reading your daily horoscope, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Before I started the video, I measured my nails and I'm just using these long coffin nail tips from Joe Fay Fashion, so I'll be sure to link these below if you're interested. I'm starting off by applying a nude base. This color is Milky Jelly 05 from Born Pretty, so feel free to use my referral link and discount code below to save 10% if you decide to purchase anything from them. In our horoscope reading today, I will not be interpreting them as I usually do. I'm just going to be reading them and then moving on to our next zodiac. Quick disclaimer, I am not an astrologer or licensed psychic. I just simply enjoy the topic. With that being said, we are officially in Leo season today, so Leos, drop your zodiac sign below in the comments. Let us know that you're here, and we're going to start our readings off for July 23rd, 2024. You may not be able to implement a plan you are excited about today, dear Leo, because the timing is not right. There is no one to assist you, or some aspect of it is not yet available to you. That does not mean that you should just sit idly by until what you need suddenly appears. Don't waste your time today pining away for something that is not yet ready for you. Instead, get busy. If you pour yourself into something else that has to be done, you will have the time later on to work on this. By then, you'll have everything you need. You may have intentionally put on emotional blinders so that you would not see a conflict that is rising up around you. This may involve family members or close friends, but the thought of getting involved in it is distasteful to you. You find conflict repugnant and you avoid it at all costs. However, because of your natural logic and insight, this might be one issue that you can help resolve and lead toward a peaceful outcome. That would allow you to take those blinders off and resume a harmonious tone. You may have a skill or a talent that is very popular with other people. That's because your gift is a rare one and others often tap into it to help with their own projects and problems, dear Libra. And because you have a generous spirit, you go out of your way to help. Today, however, you may feel a bit apprehensive about helping a certain person out, perhaps because what they are doing feels off in some way. You are not obligated to always say yes, and you have to be discerning enough to know when to say no. If that's what you sense, then listen to your instincts. You may be able to get your foot in the door today as far as a certain dream of yours is concerned. No, this is not yet a dream come true, dear Scorpio, but it is a start. This may materialize for you as a chance to get to know someone better or to show off your skills and talents, and you need to accept that opportunity. It will lead you to meeting people and having chances to do more, which will eventually lead you to where you really want to be. Start small, but keep thinking big. The more you try not to think a negative thought or dwell on a worry, the more it comes to mind. You can't avoid it because all you're thinking about is avoiding it. Instead, Sagittarius, focus your interests elsewhere. Dive into a hobby you enjoy, work on a project you've been putting off, or channel your energy into cleaning the house or the garage. Do whatever it takes to distract yourself and refocus on something that brings you happiness and peace of mind. It's as easy as changing the groove in your mind by replacing those thoughts with something much better. A recent loss may seem quite big to you right now, dear Capricorn. That could be because you are feeling at least a little bit desperate about something, and that loss seems larger than life because of it. You may think what you lost could have connected you to something important, something that you need. Bigger things, much bigger things are ahead of you. Try to reassure yourself that this is really a small thing, because what you lost won't even be needed when a new opportunity comes your way, one that will change everything. Many people believe that you get back what you put out into the world. Overall, Aquarius, that's true. However, the timing is rarely immediate. There may be some aspect of your life right now where you feel you have put your all into it or given so much and yet nothing has come to you in return. This may be a relationship, a job, or your efforts toward making a dream come true. Not getting validation for your efforts can be hard, but you have to keep trying. In some way, what you have invested will come back in spectacular fashion. Stay patient. A wild and unconventional idea of yours may have great potential. You may not be able to see that just yet because those you shared with it were less than enthusiastic, and that is off-putting. You may even feel foolish for having shared it. However, Pisces, with just a little bit of refinement and the right kind of impassioned presentation, you can get others on board. Sometimes the greatest ideas are those that only a few visionaries are able to understand and appreciate. Resolving a conflict with someone you may have to work with or deal with in some important way may seem like a waste of your time, Aries. You have so much to do, and getting into that conversation could take you away from your preferred goals. However, if you don't resolve it, then it will continue to take up your time, your energy, and your thoughts. If you stop for just a little while and come up with a message that expresses why you both need to move beyond the conflict, it will be well worth the effort. A petty conflict between two dear friends or two family members may be starting to drive you a bit crazy, even though you have nothing to do with it. Each of these parties may be trying to win you over their ways of thinking, and the clatter that is coming from their efforts is frustrating. Getting into the middle of it is not the answer. Ignoring it is probably your best bet, dear Taurus. If you refuse to engage in it or discuss it, your loved ones will start to see how silly their behavior really is. Walk away. If you can find your balance between reality and fantasy with an idea of yours, dear Gemini, you can find a way to make a dream of yours come true. What is now an imaginative fantasy has the potential to become something more, something that is both lucrative and satisfying on a deep level. Some of what you are probably thinking may not be realistic, and you probably realize that, but you can find creative ways to make those aspects just as intriguing by looking for practical replacements. When you do that, the response should be overwhelmingly positive. No matter how many people are around you now or how busy you may be, you are probably feeling very alone. You may not understand why. You might even think that you are not liked or that you are unappealing in some way. What you don't understand, dear Moonchild, is that you have built a wall around yourself. And although that wall may be invisible, others can sense it. You may have become disconnected because of hurts in your past, but you have to recognize that and knock that wall down. Start by simply being more inquisitive, friendlier, and talkative. You have so much to offer. That concludes the zodiac readings for the day. Let me know if yours resonated with you at all, and if not, hopefully it will next time. So just to catch up on the nails, I did French tips on the thumb, index, and pinky, and left the middle and ring fingers blank so far. To do my giraffe print, I'm simply using a dotting tool and creating small shapes. I think it's really important to make sure there's a very thin line of yellow that you can see underneath. Spacing is going to be very important for this design, as well as placement. I noticed when I placed the shape straight down in a line, it started to look like crocodile print, so make sure they are sporadically placed. I don't know if you guys remember Crackle nails. It's a design, it's really old, but I remember when it first came out, there was like a crackle polish that you put on. But that's what this kind of makes me think of because of the lines having to be so thin. It just kind of looks like that to me, and I'll insert a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. And I actually just looked it up, and it looks like they do have gel polish in crackle form, which is something I didn't know that they did now, so that's pretty cool. For the middle finger, I'm going to be doing a simple marble, nothing too crazy. So I just placed my two colors on my palette right next to each other and tried to blend them together with my dotting tool. And then I'm just scooping up as much as I can and just dragging it down the nail in a diagonal kind of shape. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not mixing the colors together because I don't want the color to mix, I just want it to marble. And just to backtrack a little bit on the crackle stuff, I honestly have not seen crackle done in so long, but since they do have the gel polish, it just made me wonder if anyone has like voluntarily been using the crackle polish and what your experience has been like, because I didn't know they had it. So I just want to know if it's even still popular now, because I haven't seen it. So let me know in the comments. So now you're gonna see me try to do an aura effect with blooming gel, but it didn't go how I wanted. But I decided to keep my mess up in the video because I feel like it's important. But I end up just doing a brown base. So I just redid the whole nail. I just do a brown base and then I still do aura on top with that yellow. I also end up swirling the aura that I make, so hopefully you'll be able to notice it looks a little cloudy, but I'll end up showing you the full thing later on. And this is what I end up doing. Hopefully you see what I mean now. But now I'm just going to be adding some nail charms. I found these brown pack of flowers that I have, and I really want to use up my charms. So I'm just going to be applying them. I'm just going to be adding a top coat first and then curing them down for 30 seconds. I'm also adding a few pearls because you know I can never get enough of those. For this nail, you may notice that I placed the flower kind of off to the side, but off camera I do end up centering it because I like it better in the middle. So if you notice a difference, that is why. But I'm just gonna let this part play out for a little bit as I design these, and I'll show you the finished look here in a little bit. And this is the finished product. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that you can follow along and do it yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.